Well, ahoy there and welcome back. In this episode, we're sailing Peter Robyn 680 nautical miles from Hobart to Melbourne. With Mal the shipwright from EP2, who does boat deliveries as a side hustle, Jev, and a ring-in Sam, who's a mate of Mal's. Mal's picked a weather window, we've provisioned, got 180 litres of fuel, rented a life raft, installed a GPS, and we're finally ready to go. We're a bit nervous, but also very excited. So join us on our Hobart to Melbourne knot race. Right, we're away. We're off. Gonna go down here, down to Derwent, then turn left, pick Tasmania on the left, then we run out of Tasmania, and then we find Australia.
Yeah, it looks like he's getting big.
Yeah, we're not. That's pretty well. Dolphins! Beautiful. Let's come up to the bow and ride the bowway and have a look at you. Let's come and hang. Thank you for the free ride. Now I'm right.
Running like this because we're in this chop. Once you get around the corner, it won't be.
Could be that nice little.
So we got the Jeb with a whiskey pole going.
Without whiskey. Sam and I roll around down there.
It was a bit horrible before. It was a bit lumpy. Nasty. But it's lovely how Good. Like a decent sleep.
Yeah, well, it's just close enough. Don't cover
Put a
down.
pillow there and then she can roll out of bed.
End up.
And it's going to come back. There you go, Sam.
That's all right.
Yeah. What are you doing? Jump her. I say, jump her.
Like LED, I did.
Those ones are good.
Is it so? There's a little sliver of moon. We're in luck.
Day two, or due to two, as I like to put it, the northerly didn't go away. So there's no southerly, and we are going northerly, so we've got the anti-ons. I'm ashamed of, to be honest. Very unpleasant conditions, horrible swell. I suppose it's a terrible idea. It's cold and wet. It's cold and wet. Man can get himself killed in these bloody conditions.
But sometime today we're going to get a southerly, but get into 20 knots. And then when you get up to Afghanistan. So it is what it is. And we just got to deal with it. And I'm beat Bill. You do. Good morning. But oh, kid. Hey, Sam, I tell you. I don't get about 1 in 10 words. Hello, I've got about 1 dot on my phone. Oh, where we are, morning.
Cape Forester.
Yeah, Cape Forester. Oh, Wineglass Bay. Oh, Brisbane. A bit puffy. It's not rough point, but it's sloppy shit. No, well, don't wish that on us. It's not right now, but the forecast says it's going to rain like hell. Yeah, there's red stuff all over the chart, and it's horrible. Otherwise, no, we're cruising all right. Yeah, everything's still going to plan.
Touch it, Dad.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Funny, yeah. We got starts to come in. Up until now, nothing. But 5 o'clock tonight, we got a good breeze.
We're hunting catamaran. Catamaran are the natural enemy of the gentleman yachtsman. Catamaran and jet ski. We have one on our port bow, but we're approaching a ginger. Did you notice how I didn't do any
Vasti or Oi or anything like that. Bass Strait, Strait.
Fucking Tupperware. At this point, because of the stubborn northerly that had settled in, we were probably doing as much motoring or motor sailing as sailing. This was bad news for me because all the other YouTube channels about sailing that I'd been watching had sailing. And I wasn't getting that kind of footage, and there's only so much you can fix in post. But I'm doing my best. Slow journeys like this do make conversations though. I mentioned what happened when you put yachties in the cockpit of a boat in episode 2. And thankfully, Mal especially proved himself to be an interesting conversationalist.
Work out how the gravity works on the weather system.
This chap, for example, about the weather. Mal postured some theories that were hard to dismiss because they were almost incomprehensible.
You can catch it.
Or perhaps they were just incoherent. Something about the rotation of the Earth, or the Coriolis effects, which is the reason why water goes down the toilet in the southern hemisphere in a different direction.
Well, I think there might be something right down in the middle.
But it gets denser and denser as you get in, so...
Yeah.
That's why
Somehow he correlated this with gravity and inertia. Obviously this led to a segue about astrophysics and the composition of atmospheres on exoplanets.
So if the planet
obviously.
stopped, we'd all go flying off.
Yeah. What do you use as your point of reference? What is still?
Here we go.
What's the centre?
Well, we are at the moment.
So where in the universe is
through the water?
Where's the centre of the universe?
I don't know. Somebody knows. Somebody's looking into it. Yeah. You got mates.
Do I?
Ask them. Surely. There's got to be a dead spot somewhere. The black hole, maybe, is a dead spot.
But that's just the middle of the Milky Way. It's just one of many galaxies.
Yeah.
Trillions of galaxies. Which one's at the centre of the universe?
Unfair of me to put this under my note, but I did.
You don't know, do you?
I don't know.
Well, right at the moment, it's this boat. I'll be talking to a meteorologist in a later episode, and I'll try to remember to bring this up. Mal's heuristic gravity and inertia and their influence on the weather hypothesis.
So through the guy.
The thing about Mal is that the guy doesn't even have a high school certificate, but is for all intents and purposes a genius, probably Mensa level. For example, I overheard him talking to Jeff about the economy and thought everything that was coming out of his mouth was absolutely ludicrous. But then I googled it and discovered that he pretty much described Keynesian versus monetarist modelling kind of perfect. With Mal, though, I think it's a percentage game. Talk enough and eventually you'll hit a bullseye. Sam, on the other hand, Sam you can barely get a word out of.
pond. And that way we come from this.
No way, mate, I went that way.
Look a bucket up yesterday, it's bigger than this bucket.
Well, it's what happens, isn't it? Eh?
Documentary of the guy at Stone Pigeon coming.
But he puts himself right in the right position, doesn't he?
So I think that's the last of the Flinders Island archipelago over there. So heading northwest, north-northwest. Next thing we see is Australia. Sausages for lunch today. I'm going to try and do it without burning one. You forget like I did with the hamburgers. It hurts. Disgusting.
I need enough to be able to get my plane ticket and keep my phone charged to get on the plane. Then to send a text to Becky to say we're babe, I'm
Living at home with two teenage boys. iPhone show.
Little boys, off your screens.
Now it's just got what it is and where it's
It's
heading.
just AIS now, isn't it?
Yeah. It's just
Yeah.
apps.
Well,
The best app is two sets of eyes and a set of ears and listen.
data,
Yeah.
I agree with yourself. It's a form of your intuition that it shows
I've
you.
only got experience up to 10,000 hours. And it sort of makes sense, doesn't it?
No, that's that. That's
At 10,001 hours, you get a big complaint. You know, start making mistakes.
my
You get a
rowing-
certificate.
My rowing partner used to say,
So at 04,
These are the tide charts for Port
It's
Phillip
slow.
Bay. It's critical that we enter the heads at exactly the right time, at exactly
So-
slack tide.
there's no minus in front of it. That means
Otherwise the
it's flooding,
currents are
doesn't it?
running up to 6 knots. So if we get this wrong, we're kind of rooted.
Well, I don't see any positives.
Problem is we can't tell whether or not these times have been
that's
adjusted for daylight savings.
Local time. What a week with daylight saving. So we got to come back an hour, don't we?
no, that is for Melbourne.
Yeah, but Melbourne's got daylight saving. Oh, plus 10. Okay, what are we? Plus 11 at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is it not
so
in the
it's standard
floodlights?
time. It's not daylight saving time.
Kind of makes you wonder how
So
the
if it's
dolphins
1
work it
o'clock
out
in
without the
morning,
apps.
It's only a job.
Oh, here we are at the opening of Ep 1. So now you're all caught up. In Hollywoodese, that's called a callback. Just because it's a dumb YouTube channel doesn't mean it can't be well structured. Although I will concede that this ep is a bit of an outlier. I mean, it's already 30 minutes long, which is basically YouTube death. I think I was referencing the Maisels brothers. You know, elevator pitch, grey gardens at sea. But it's probably more like slow TV, you know, when someone bolts a GoPro to the front of a train in Norway and you're meant to watch that for 6 hours. But don't worry, we're nearly there. Turns out Jeff and Mel got it exactly right, and we went through the heads at slack tide. The weather was incredibly chill, which was great for us, great for the boat, not so good for the episode. Utterly undramatic.
Melbourne. Home, bar, and barista standard coffee. And a toilet that doesn't move.
That was a near miss.
Can I come on?
Of course you can.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, wow. How are you? Good. I can't believe you beat us. That's tragic.
Yeah, we're good sailors.
Oh.
One day we have to do that bit if Mum comes on aboard, like while sailing.
Well, what? There was a boat, a wooden boat of this length. I imagine that for the festival. No, it's not. It came through the...
Sending this photo.
But it's new bearings, it's new everything.
There's a little bit of
What that
vibration.
is.
And it drops
Oh,
back.
no, it's good base. You know, it's not going to let you down. If the boat will get let down.
Yeah,
The
right.
boat won't let you down.
Okay.
So,
When I walked through the front door at home, I was given a hero's welcome. And as seafarers have done for centuries, I had a shit, soak and a shave. And afterwards it began to sink in that shit, I'd actually done something. I'd actually achieved something. Not an Oscar or a cure for cancer, sure, but for the first time in 4 years I felt like I wasn't totally useless or inept or redundant. I felt like I still had a trick or two up my sleeve. I felt like I'd actually achieved something and that it deserved to be commemorated and on the fridge. But finding a spot was tricky. Can't take down the shot of when my eldest was born. Can't take down my parents because, you know, they're dead. So, yeah, my nephew had to go. Sorry, Jono. He'll understand.